Alright, what's up guys? How's it going? It is your favorite top lane coach back with another video here. So, a uh a Diamond 3 Renekton main that I coached recently asked me to take a look at this game that he just played and review it. So, I went ahead and did that and I have some notes and I was thinking to myself like this could be a pretty good YouTube video because the main focus of it and what I told him is on how to carry with your lead after you win late. I think this is something that a lot of top laners struggle with often is they're saying like, listen man, I win lane, but I feel like I'm never able to actually carry games with my lead, like it's too hard to kill enemy bot lane, blah blah blah. And so this game is a great example of something that this Renekton player could have done differently to win the game. So, I'm just going to go over this VOD review with you guys with all my notes and yeah, hopefully you learned something. So starting off, the laning phase is pretty chill. He plays lane really well, for the most part. I don't like this second wave here. You'll see that he Qs and Es through all these minions, which pushes this a little too fast. So that's something you don't want to do, right? Like when we're playing first and second wave, he plays the first wave great. The issue is just this Q that he does here in a sec. In 2 seconds. Like, yeah, we're trying to chunk Tahm Kench, but we end up just shoving all these minions. Which means, as you'll see, the wave gets a little messed up. Ends up crashing right here, which means this is hard to, or it ends up meeting the next wave, like right here. Which means this is hard to crash, right? It's hard to get this wave into tower. So, what we should have done is not push that second wave as hard, and then it would meet more like here, and then we hard push this third wave. But I digress, this isn't like the main point of the video. He still ends up getting a kill in the solo lane, if we keep watching. We will see it, this slowly comes back to him, and he takes some good trades here. Chunks Tahm Kench out a little bit, almost dies, but does end up getting the kill with a flash W. So overall, good lane from him, well played. He's up 4 CS. Killed enemy laner, has TP advantage now. It's pretty good overall, right? So, moving forward, I'm just going to zoom through the laning phase. There are some important things to look at, and most of it is wave management, right? So even here, again, comes back to lane, Tahm Kench TP'd, and the wave is pushing in, right? This wave will push into us. So as Renekton, we're close to hitting level 6. We have this huge wave here and a person that we beat in 1v1. So what we want to do is keep the wave here, right? We want to keep Tahm Kench in this vulnerable area in the lane state so that we can fight him and take good trades on him instead of pushing. But you'll see what Renekton does here is not good, right? It is not good to E into all these minions and kill them all because it means the wave is now going to push back towards Tahm Kench. And when Tahm Kench is around here, he's safe, and this is his strongest point, right? Because the way Tahm Kench gets solo kills is they eat you and spit you in the tower, and then that's how you die. So that's something that I told him is you don't want to like be clearing these minion waves. Even when you're playing a champ like Renekton or Aatrox who have these AoE abilities, you want to position yourself so that your Q can hit enemy champion and you can still take good trades, but not hit the minion wave in the process. Alright, so if we watch this, I'm pretty sure he commits to like a full all-in soon. Maybe not here. Goes and takes a grub, which was interesting. I've never done this, but I don't know, it's not bad. It's kind of chill. Comes back, and again, same thing, right? Like, we are way stronger than this Tahm Kench at this point in the game, so we want to keep these minions here. I like this all-in here. I think it's good. He just gets a little outplayed by the Tahm Kench. Alright, next thing I have marked is, actually it's right here. This is one thing that I noticed as well. So we go for the all-in, it doesn't really work, but we get the lane shoved, right? Renekton is at 1,000 gold. So pretty good recall, right? And we can see that this plate is super low. So what this guy should do right here at this game state, since he wants to recall, he should walk up and just stand near the tower until this plate gets farmed, which we'll see. Happens pretty quick, right? Like, just now. Plate drops, he can walk back, recall in the bush, and run back to lane. Instead, he goes and takes grubs, which I don't hate. I mean, I don't think it's bad to help your jungler take grubs. I'm just a greedy player, and I think Viego would have gotten them on his own anyway, so I would have preferred getting that plate, recalling sooner, and having more tempo to come back top. But, not bad. Overall, like I said, you know, this lane is going pretty well. Alright, we're up 500 gold. We're much stronger than Tahm Kench. And, yeah, things are going good, right? So, if we keep on watching this, and just zoom through this laning phase, we'll see, we go for another all-in, get a plate on the tower, kind of chill, end up getting a kill on Tahm Kench, really good. Don't know why we don't push here. I think we missed out on a plate here. Alright, like we killed Tahm Kench. This wave's coming in and this guy's respawn timer is 17 seconds. And I think our demolish is up as well. I don't know where I can check that. But I'm pretty sure demolish is up too. So guys, don't miss plates like this. At this point, we've now missed 250 gold worth of plates, which is pretty bad. It's almost a whole kill worth. But anyway, moving on. We recall. Good recall timer, run back. And I believe he gets another solo kill, which is pretty sick. Goes for another all-in. This is a little risky, but ends up working out. Get the kill. Take some plates. Reset. TP back. Kill Tahm Kench again, right? So all of this is super good. Like, he is absolutely stomping this Tahm Kench. Now, he's up 2k gold. That'll be even more. That'll be about 3k. After we get this this first tower bonus here. So yeah, let's take a look at this, right? We are up almost 3,000 gold, 2,800 gold. 3-0 on Renekton, we're the strongest champ in the game. It's 9-6 on the game in total. We have good scaling on our side. Our team isn't totally useless. Like, yeah, Jin's 2-4, but he's farmed well. Still has 100 CS. He's doing fine in XP. This game should be a win. We should be able to carry this game from here. And I'll show you what happens and why we can. So this is good. Good wave to push in here. Something I told him that he could do. This is more of an advanced macro thing. But when you have a huge lead in top lane and you like get this crash off here at tier 2, you can look on the map because you have a roam timer, right? Tahm Kench has to push this wave and the next one in order to get you to your tower. So that leaves you like 45 seconds to kind of run around and do whatever you want before you can run back to lane and catch the wave coming in. So what Renekton can do here is he can look at these lane states and see, okay, Thresh and Kalista are ahead and they're crashing this wave. I have a roam timer where I don't need to be top for a while, so I can just run out bot, right? And let's just look what happens. Imagine he does run out bot. He would be about here right now. And yeah, he would be right around this area at this point. He'd be in the bot side. And he actually would have been here to react to this play that enemy bot made. Or he would have prevented it because they would have seen him on a ward. By either way, he could have used that roam timer that he had, because this wave is just now coming here. He could have used that timer to come bot and make something happen on the map, which is what you want to do when you're ahead in top lane. You want to think about, how can I help other lanes? How can I impact the game? Especially when you're playing a champ like Renekton. Okay, if you're playing someone like Fiora, then alright, I like just going perma side lane. But Renekton's way to win the game, his champion identity is not through split pushing. He's not a good enough split pusher. He falls off later into the game. So you want to be making plays on the map to help impact the other lanes, right? So this is something you can do when you have a huge lane and the game is still in laning phase. So you crash this wave, you can recall and just run out bot lane and look for something, you know? If he had came out here, we could have prevented this play and gotten our bot lane ahead, which would have been really good, right? What he ends up doing isn't bad, though. He shoves top wave in and then makes a play on mid lane. And I believe we get Kindred Flash here, which is good, you know? A little bit of a wasted ult, I think, but not bad overall. You know, we get Kindred Flash, which is really good. Force Victor out of lane, get Rift Herald from it. Overall, it's pretty good, right? So, moving forward, we shove this lane. I think we shove the next wave and then recall, if I'm correct. Which is good. I like this recall. Now, what I don't like is I don't know why we run bot lane here, guys. When you're a top laner and it's minute 16, let me make my mini-map smaller so we can see objective timers. So, if you're a top laner and it's before minute like 17, 18-ish, and Dragon is the next objective on the map, you want to be top lane, right? I'm thinking what's going through his head is, okay, Dragon's up. Like, if we go back to when he actually gets to base, right? I'm thinking what's going through his head is, okay, Dragon's up in a minute 30. I want to run bot and help. But this is incorrect. This is not what you want to do. Tahm Kench TP is down. Actually, it's coming up in 31 seconds, so no biggie. And so is ours. Our TP is also going to be up in time for this dragon. So what you want to do is run top and push the lane all the way out, and then run down to bot and be there in time for drag. You can do this within a minute and 30 seconds, right? Instead, we'll watch what he does. So this is the strongest person on the map, right? We should be creating pressure constantly on this game. But instead we run bot here, and then we just kind of like run around mid. We're not really doing anything. We're not catching any waves. And then we eventually run back top lane anyway. We take Scuttle Crab for some reason. You know, we push out top. I think we commit to an all-in or something like that. I gotta watch this. But the point is, we just wasted a full minute of time here, right? He left base it when this spawner was on 130. We just wasted a full minute 13 of time, and we could have just ran out top, pushed this wave out, and then ran down here and had pressure on the map to help our team secure this dragon. So you always want to be on the opposite side of the objective spawning. So that way you create pressure on the other side of the map and then rotate or teleport or whatever, you know. That's how you want to play top lane. And so we'll just look at this. Strongest player on the map, and we end up just wasting a minute and a half, wasting our ult, and overall not really doing much, you know? It's been 2 minutes now since he left base, and all we did was shove out one wave top lane, you know? Huge waste of time. Instead, the correct play is just run out top, push this wave in, and then rotate down for the dragon. Luckily, our team secured the dragon anyway, so it's no biggie. But it could have been a lot better. We could have done a lot better as a top laner, and if their team ended up fighting ours on the dragon, it would have been bad because we wasted our ult, and we weren't really in a position to be able to take that fight. Which, as we said before, Renekton wants to be taking team fights with his advantage, with his lead. He does not want to be side laning a bunch. But alright. You know, the game is still in a really good spot. We're up 4k gold. We have Hextech Dragon. And our team scales decently well, right? I think we get outscaled, but it's pretty even. And we're in a really good spot to win this game, right? So, we recall. It's minute 18. So going bot lane is correct. This is good. Baron is the next objective on the map. Our TP's up. We want to be bot. The game plan here should be, okay, when you're a top laner and you're ahead, and Baron's the next objective on the map, from this time period of like 17 to 20 and onwards, you want to be constantly shoving these side waves here, right, in bot lane, looking for solo kills and the tower if you can. But if you can't and they're not giving you an opportunity, then you want to shove side wave and like go into enemy jungle, clear vision, look for flanks on mid lane if they're not respecting. Overall, you want to keep the enemy person matching you, Victor in this case, you want to keep them locked in lane in this position while you move on the map and create pressure and opportunities elsewhere, right? That should be the main goal. And so we'll watch what he does, because this first part isn't bad, right? We spawn Rift, so we're creating a ton of pressure down here. Crash Rift in the tower. Realize, okay, this Victor does no fucking damage. This guy's useless. So we take the tower, and then we dip, right? And it's chill. This is pretty chill. We draw Thresh here, end up getting out. Sorry, I sped too fast through that. So we draw Thresh here, get out. But then we do something really bad, right? Instead, what should happen is you walk in this bush right here, and you click recall. right? We keep our tempo good, and we just reset. But what he does instead is a huge waste of time, fucks his tempo, and leads to the reason why he loses this game. So, we go here, and we take Krugs. Now, first of all, Renekton is, like, not the best at taking jungle camps. He's not awful, but it does take him a little longer than most champs. And this is just screwing his tempo, right? If we had recalled when we were in this bush, we would be halfway to lane by now, on full HP, ready to catch this wave that Victor's pushing. Instead, we recall, right? And we're like, oh man, Victor's pushing, like he's gonna get our tower. I have teleport up, let me teleport and flank. And you might think that this is good, right? Like, I'm sure he thought this was a good play in the moment, and it's understandable why you would. But let's just watch what happens, right? Victor flashes away, and we end up blowing our flash to kill him. So we just blew our flash and teleport to kill this Victor in side lane for nothing. We got 300 gold off that. We're the strongest person in the game by far, right? We're 4k up on enemy laner, 1k up on their strongest person. We are fucking so strong, and we should be able to run this game. But we just use both our sums, and Flash on Renekton is so strong. You need Flash in team fights, or else you're going to be useless. Like, look at this. Kalista has no Flash for 2 minutes, right? Imagine if we had our Flash and we force a fight around here. We can just one-shot her and get Baron for our team. Instead, we use both our sums to get a kill on Victor, which gets us nothing. We get nothing from this kill, right? Like, there's no tower in bot for us to take. We can't push up and take this in time. There's nothing on the bot side of the map. And we don't have teleport to force a Baron play with the 5v4. So this kill is literally bad. It's so bad for the game. And you'll see what happens after this, right? So like we get this kill and it's like, okay, push out this wave. We take Gromp and blue buff, which is, you know, it denies enemy team some camps, but it's not that big of a deal, right? They'll be fine without 2 jungle camps. And as the strongest person in the game, using our flash to get 2 jungle camps and a little bit of bot lane pressure is just not worth it, right? And so we end up recalling, running back out bot, which is good. That's what we want to do. Now the game plan here, now that tier 2 tower is gone, should always be to just shove the wave up in this area and move on the map. That's all we have to do as a top laner in this position to help carry the game. But what you'll see he does is he pushes the wave and then keeps pushing. Guys, when you're playing a champ, especially like Renekton, like whose main identity isn't split pushing, you do not want to be up in this area, right? You just don't. It's not good. There's no way we're ever going to get this tower unless this Victor mega fucks up. And you'll see, we just end up like clearing waves and then walking away. Now imagine if after shoving this wave, we realize, okay, enemy team is like on the map walking towards our team, right? They're all in the middle. Victor has to answer this wave. Someone on their team has to answer this or they'll lose a bunch of gold and XP. So we know someone is going to come down here to answer this wave. So while they're doing that, this gives us a timer to walk on the map and look mid and try to flank enemy team, right? So imagine we do that right now. We walk straight to mid. Look what ends up happening. You know, we could ping our team fight, fight, fight. Enemy team ends up walking here. We would be right here right now with a perfect flank on these guys. And again, we're like super fucking strong. Do we have Sterix at this point? Yeah, we do. We are 3-item Renekton with Sterix, dude. We can walk in here with our ult and literally just like 1v4 these people and deal so much damage. Or 1v3, I mean. Right? Viego wouldn't have to flash out because we would be right here. We would kill all 3 and we would get Baron off of it. And it would literally win the game. But instead, we blew our flash. We have no TP from the kill on Victor. And we're pushing the wave up to here for no reason. So even though we're the strongest person on the map, we're not doing anything with our lead to actually win the game. So you need to think about, you know, what you can do to actually win. Like the kills and plays you can make to put the game in a better spot, right? Like you don't want to use your flash to get some random hillbilly kill in the bot lane, you want to use your flash to kill enemy team in mid so that you can take Baron after, right? That's how you want to use your lead. And yeah, from here, you know, we end up, I think he probably got tilted that his team fought and died. And we end up going for this like weird 1v3 ego play on enemy team where, yeah, we die. So now, not only did we do nothing with our lead, but we gave enemy AD carry our shutdown. Enemy team got mid tower and dragon. And yeah, this game is just in a really tough spot now because they outscale us. Victor gets another tower too. And we basically took our lead and threw it in the garbage because we didn't do anything with it, you know? And so this is what I think a lot of top laners struggle with, is they win lane, but they don't know how to actually impact the map and win the game, right? Like if you're playing a champ like Fiora, then yeah, you want to just be splitting all game and taking as much resources as you can and looking for these inhibs and win through split push. But when you're playing Renekton or Aatrox or any of these champs who aren't great at split pushing, you want to be just shoving these waves and looking to make things happen on the map. Saving your summoner spells to get kills which will translate into objectives or towers, instead of just using your flash to get a random solo lane kill with no tower to take or anything like that, right? So that was the main point that I showed him, right? These past 6 minutes, ever since we took the Krugs and then TP'd on Victor, everything we did in those past 6 minutes was awful. And it might seem good and like you're doing stuff, but you're not, you know? And yeah, we threw our lead. Enemy team starts Baron on a good timer. We get lucky that Viego steals the Baron, but our whole team still gets aced. And keep in mind, enemy team was allowed to go for this play because we did the ego play at Dragon, like the ego 1v3. And yeah, we end up just losing this game. It goes on for a little while. But overall, I don't really want to focus on the rest of this game because it's not that important. The important part is that we were really far ahead coming out of lane phase, and we didn't execute with our lead properly. And that's why this guy ends up losing this game. Like, the game's definitely still winnable at this point. We're still up in gold, but it's a lot harder. And their team outscales us, and I think their team's comp is better. And yeah, they end up losing, which sucks. Because this guy stomped Tahm Kench, and Tahm Kench never should have won this game. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Basically, the main idea is just don't use your lead to get, like, kills and towers that don't really matter. Right? Like, getting this tower is great. I should say getting kills that don't matter, right? Like, don't screw up your tempo and then come back, and as the strongest person in the game, you, like, blow your whole fucking load just to get a kill that doesn't translate into anything, right? Like, this kill means nothing to us because we can't get anything from it. So that's something that you need to think about, a little mentality shift that you need to make is like, how can I use my lead to get the team Baron versus how can I use my lead to get like a random kill, you know? That's pretty much it. That'll do it for this one. And yeah, if you enjoyed, I would appreciate a like and subscribe as always. Hit me up for any coaching if you guys need it. And yeah, see you later. Thanks for watching. Deuces.